Winter Test is providing us a chance to talk to our customers and prove the work we did over the last year and present our technology in an environment what the customer understands.
It's a really crazy place. People are really friendly, they have a different way of life. Sometimes you meet people outside on the road and you're freezing, it's minus 30 degrees, and you meet local people and they have open jackets and they're talking slowly to you and they're quite friendly, and you are like, I want to go home, it's cold.
Yeah, of course, it's an excitement. It's definitely, I'm kind of proud to see how it works, what kind of response we get from the customers.
My name is Peter Mölk. I'm CEO for the all-wheel drive and e-drive business in GKN Driveline. The Winter Test is the one date in the calendar. Customers are going to show to people what their interest is, and companies like GKN are demonstrating to the industry what the new developments are. In a very small environment, you can share a lot of information and shape also the trends for the future. Therefore, presence is absolutely mandatory for GKN. There's no other event where you can reach out to the technology community in such an easy way.
GTD 18 as a car, vehicle integration did most of the job to bring all this together in the car, to really kind of make it happen. What we delivered from the advanced side was the hardware, because we are actually very much focused on hardware. The hardware we are using in the GTD 18, in the rear and in the front, to actually provide the torque vectoring function, the ETwinster function, and the electrification and hybridization, this has been developed in my team.
The customer was here, they couldn't believe it. They were not only surprised, they couldn't believe that we got all these parts in.
There is a lot of interest in this car, which is following now, which is good for us. So we could really surprise the customers with this technique in the car.
We are supporting our own e-motor technology, our own inverter technology, our own software development, calibration, and this is all taken together in this technology demonstrator for 2018.
The main things is the teamwork, which I'm fascinated in. At GKN we have a very good team. I like the people there, to work with them.
It's really good because we are a very international team, so we can meet a lot of interesting people and they have different perspectives. We do a lot of products, so we have mechanical systems, we have one axle driven vehicles with traction systems, we have all-wheel drive systems, we have purely electric driven vehicles, we have hybrid vehicles, and all these kind of technique we are involved in, and it's very interesting to work in this field, so I really like it.
This is my 40th year with GKN, so quite a lot of time together, and I've seen a lot of things changing. My highlight has been really the team. The team, when I see how much progress we have made on the various cars, how they drive this year compared to other years, with the new technology demonstrator, that is always is the fun part of the business, but with a very, very clear scope for the industry.
You see the cars running on the track, and it's a good feeling to see that all the work you've done throughout the year comes together, and you can see it on the lake, to see it actually driving and performing. It's quite good.
I'm now almost 30 years with GKN. Went through the whole kind of, would say, the story from the basic viscous coupling, all-wheel drive, very first all-wheel drive systems, up to our GTD. 18, which is probably the absolute, I would say, the highlight of probably my professional career within GKN so far.
So I'm really proud that we managed to bring this car to work in this short time, and customers are really excited about it and really surprised as well that we managed to make this deep integration into a small car.
I personally think it's a privilege to work as a vehicle engineer. If you are here, if you see the nature, if you have the snow, if you have sunshine as we have today, and you still can drive cars, understand the technology, can move the cars as you want on the physical limits of the car itself, driving a car on a handling truck in a drift mode, it's amazing. And if you then start thinking how you are here, which kind of job you have, which possibilities you have in your life to experience this, it's a privilege. It's absolutely a privilege. And then working together with a team like we have here, where software engineers, mechanical engineers, calibration engineers, everybody comes together and at the end deliver, let's say, a prototype where a year ago you didn't believe even that this car will ever drive. It's amazing. It's really amazing.
Ja, ich werde hier auch schneller. Also du musst schon mal Speed aufnehmen dann.
The most interesting product we have is what we call the ETwinster. So we have, GKN has established the Twinster technology in the market, having two couplings on one axle, being able to control the torque on each side of the car, introducing torque vectoring. So this is already accepted by the market. Driving it now with an electric machine and not just with a mechanical Twinster, and having now our ETwinster, electric-driven Twinster technology, this gives a total different thing. This is basically, we can do everything. We can overspeed, we can recuperate. It's a total different vehicle dynamics now.
The vehicle control needs winter condition. Because it's the most crucial, the most critical situation is slippery surface, slippery road. And when you have it somehow repeatable, you cannot do it on artificial surfaces. You need the space, you need ice, you need snow, you need these kind of repeatable conditions to really get to the edge, drive it over even beyond the physics. And realize, how to make it safer, how to make it more dynamic, and how to make it easier to drive, whatever.
So basically it takes, let's say, on a normal day, it's just one day. We arrive here, talk a bit to the colleagues, we make some software changes, then we flash the computer on the vehicle. I talk to the test driver, we're making some maneuvers, measure all the data, go back home. I get a review from the test driver, then I look at the measurement data, look what is the yaw rate doing, the torques and all this stuff, and then get some new ideas what we should improve. And then normally the 10 hours day is over. On the next day we come back, finish the improvements and do it again.
We change parts or change the gearboxes or the rear axles when it's needed, and we equip the cars with test equipment, measurement shafts and things like that. Here in the workshop it's warm, but we have to go out sometimes and fix the cars on the track or bring them back, and then it's quite cold. Yeah.
Basically we don't drive all the time. For example, for me, maybe I drive every third day. In between you're just looking at the measurement data, what is happening, is the car in a good condition, what do we have to do to fix it, because it's not used to the temperature and all this stuff, so it's not just driving around. And you're also a bit scared if you drive around and destroy something. So
we have here on the Winter Test a very interesting innovation room where we can demonstrate to the customers and to the journalists where we stand in this development. And from a communication point of view, it's very, very important to show our position. We have very, very distinctive capabilities, and customers are getting more and more convinced that we are a full-service technology provider.
Winter Test is providing us the data we need to ensure that our customers always drive safe.
We need to bring this technology now for next year one step further on the industrialization, on the technology readiness level.
At the same time, to make our products more intelligent, to be basically ready for a connected world in the future.
In terms of ideas, we have made a lot of progress during the last years. We have put it on now in prototype and now bring it in production. I think this will be the biggest challenge for us.
It's going to be a very, very exciting year.